Let's go to, there is another hand raised there. Ekta, I'm going to unmute Ekta now.
Yeah, hi Sridhar, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Tell me.
Sridhar, during this COVID times and since we are locked up in the house, all of us together, so especially the kids, they are like their physical activity is minimum and they are glued to the screens most of the time. And so, how to minimize that time because how much there are their activities are reduced so to a very minimal extent. They are not going out. We don't allow them, and they are glued to these mobiles and tablets and other screens all the time. So, what can be done in this time? And after watching, even after they are never like they are content with the amount of time we give them. They are always irritated. They are always asking for more. So how to deal with that?
I have three important points here. But first, in fact, that is also actually the first point is about the background, is about what are the times that we are living in. So if you think about this, these are in a way very special or in a way unspecial times, which is our lifestyles and the things we are supposed to do. Normal rules are simply not applying these days, right? So this is why one thing that all parents must do is make peace with the fact that some increase in that digital activity is going to happen. And it's not just because of the COVID pandemic times, it's also because the world is also digitizing at a great speed. So more and more new activities are coming online. So this is why making peace with this reality that the world is shifting more and more towards screen, you will have to, because this is now a reality and there is no turning back, there is no going back. It's probably only going to be increased, right? So this is why if you're just counting hours, that would be a wrong way to look at the child's life or the screen time, because now what happens in those hours is way more important than the number of hours. Because a few years back we could have said, okay, more than 3 years you don't have to, because we knew that mostly on screens it was only entertainment, but not so much anymore. Any activity that you can think of, knowledge gaining, socializing, entertainment, music, and sometimes, even logistical things, booking an app, whatever you can think of, almost everything is happening on the screens. So unless you have a very good breakdown of where the time went, you should not simply be controlling it. So that's one. Now the next is TV will always be more interesting. That's another thing that you have to make peace with the fact. TV and in Netflix. So the idea there is that replacing it is, that's why, becoming more and more difficult, because whatever you replace it with probably will not be as interesting. And even the suggestion, the board games, it's a good one, but it's a difficult one, because if you think about this, unless there are people around you, unless there are parents actually actively engaged with the child, most of the things won't work, because simply turning on the TV and looking at the screen is simply way more interesting. So you have to understand the need structure also, that the children really, once they get used to that kind of entertainment, and that happens to us also, by the way. If you think about this, so many times I feel that I am guilty of actually preferring Netflix over actually talking to a friend, because I know, okay, talking to a friend is important, but then watching that series would be way more interesting, because I've seen that last episode and I'm interested to know what happens in the next, or something new has come in. So it happens to us too, because professionals are making those things, and they are making it so much more interesting that it's just way better than anything in our day-to-day lives. So we can't really fault children for wanting it more and more. Okay, so we have to again accept this reality too, that they're simply doing their job really well. People who are putting content on those screens, it could be anything, okay, whether it's a video game or it could be just a movie. Okay, the third point is your argument for reducing screen time is actually not that strong. So most parents go to the argument of aankhein kharab ho jayegi, your eyes will suffer, or they give different kinds ki sometimes it's about posture, sometimes it's about what are you doing with your life, so it's more like you're taking something away, but taking something away which is so interesting for them, but the reasons are not good enough, because when they see around themselves everybody else is doing the same thing, they're like, what are you talking about, mom and dad? What world are you living in? Right? So just taking it away with those arguments probably won't work. And that's why you usually have to do this other thing, which is my next point. So focus more on the do part instead of the don't part. What I mean by that is, think about what are the things that you want your child to actually do, right? What are the top 3, 4, 5 activities? The list should not be too long. And see, living this life is not that complicated. In parents' mind, sometimes if you go into the perfectionist mode that you want a super child, then it can become very complicated. Then you can have an endless list of things that a child must do. But if you sit back a little bit and if you relax a little bit, your child does not need to do everything. If they just manage the major areas of their lives, which is decent health, just getting through the education system, just a little bit of social integration. This again, their routine is basically like again not too odd, so the life is going to be fine. So your focus should be to focus on the do part and talk about the do part. You need to do these 3 to 4 things, and this is the reason for that, and you push for that. So and for that the child will also understand. So if you're really pushing for, let's say, eating good food, or you're really pushing for making friendships, so you have to give an argument for that. So now the child has something to aspire to because you have laid out the argument so well. Let's say if there is a hobby, and if you can lay out the argument that what are the benefits of having a hobby and what you can do with those things, how it's related to their happiness, their well-being, now they have something to aspire to. So if you really want them to shift that, give them new things to aspire to, or new rules, or new activities, or even essentials of life, and good reasons for them. And that's when that happens, you actually don't have to cut down on it, talk too much about that. You can focus on those discussions. Okay, what did we discuss? We discussed 2 hours of physical activity. Now automatically for those 2 hours, let's say that 2 hours includes going and coming back and cooling down and warming up, all in all those 1.5 or 2 hours. So if you have really made the argument for those 2 hours, then automatically for those 2 hours, they cannot watch anything else, because now this new thing has taken roots in their philosophy, in their values. The same for, let's say, family time. If you really give them a good argument and good explanation for family time and really push for it, naturally they'll understand, okay, this is important, and now in that time they cannot do it. So focus more on things that they can find interesting or aspire to, or just find value for. Okay, and ultimately life is about that. If you can manage probably the top big 5 major elements of your life, you're going to live a good life, and the same for your child. So there's no need for micromanagement. Okay, so that's the focus on what really needs to be done instead of what's not. And the final point is that your goal should, when you're managing screen time, or usually this is with anything else also, your goal should not be full compliance. Your goal should be that, am I moving the needle a little bit or not? And if you're moving the needle a little bit in the right direction, you're successful as a parent, right? Because ultimately you cannot take them to the milestones that you have in your mind. You can just give them the direction and nudge them a little bit. And if you have done a little bit, then you've given them the right path and a good enough push. So I'm saying this because so many parents, they cannot rest and they cannot allow themselves to be happy until the rule is fully executed till the end. Like even if a little bit. So let's say they say that right now a child is currently watching 5 hours a day, right? And they make a rule of 3 hours. So if the child comes from 5 to 4, the parents are not happy. If the child comes from 5 to 3:30, they are still not happy. They're like, okay, we discussed 3, and they're going to be just as angry at as they would be at 5 as they would be at 3:30. So no, that's the mistake. If you have moved the needle from 5 to 3:30, you should allow yourself to be a little happy inside. Okay, you've done something. Not wait until 3 happens and not keep fighting until 3 happens. So your intensity of emotion, your fight, your struggle, and your misery inside, that should reduce as the needle moves. Okay, and that's what changes a lot. So I think there was some mistake there. I'll just repeat the last line, which was, so basically, as long as you're doing a little bit, and as long as you're giving them the direction, you're doing something good and valuable. Okay, and so you don't have to run after the full compliance part. Okay, and this is especially true in this screen time. So think of yourself as a good force in their life, not the final executioner of things. Okay, that you're being a good force. You're reminding them of the good things, and that's more than enough. Ultimately, they are independent beings, and they will develop their own habits in the long run. And it's really out of your hands. Okay, so that would be my full answer to that question. Hope you found something valuable there.
Yeah, thank you very much.
These videos can help you to some degree, but if your problems are really serious or painful, you should come for counseling. We now have a team of psychologists who can help you and your family live a much better life. Here are some feedbacks from our clients. If you wish to take counseling from us, go to our website page www.sridharlifeschool.com/counsel. Click on this link and fill this application form. We will get back to you soon. I would be doing these online meetings with you all regularly for some time. If you wish to attend these meetings live on Zoom, save the details. If you need reminders, we also send invitations to you personally on email and Telegram app. To get reminders, do the following.